All fucking righty, you motherfuckers and scumbags. What's up, Peter Gilmore here for a late night video on this cold as fuck late Thursday night, December the 2nd, 2023. Thank you all for watching on video number 2 on your 2 for Thursday. Right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants down in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're real. If you're not, you can go suck a fat cock. And turn on all notifications. When you hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, fuck you. Too bad for you, because you're going to have to search my name and find my channel and then go to my videos or my live section where my latest video will be right there on the channel. And that's pretty much it. Or unsubscribe and resubscribe again, and then do all that other shit again, which waste lots of time. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But like the video, subscribe to my channels, follow me on social media, hit the bell, and share the video all over the goddamn place. And if it's your first time watching, you just found my sexy face and my great channels, then welcome to the party, pal. And I hope you enjoy the ride. Buckle up, grab a cold one. And if you like the content, stick around. There's more. So, subscribe and like the video and all that good shit. And leave a comment if you feel like it. Not up to me. It's up to you. If you want to, do it. If you don't want to, then don't. I don't give a shit. That was a big one. Big dinner. But I digress. That's it. Alright, on this late Thursday night, December the 2nd, 2023, or if you're watching on the replay, it is now Friday. It's Friday. Gotta get done on Friday. Something for the weekend. So the unofficial first weekend of February is upon us. So if you're watching on the replay, it is February the 3rd, 2023. Right here on the Peter Gilmore channel. Thank you all for watching. Once again, my name is Peter Gilmore, your gracious host, your tribal god of extreme. And that's it. Thanks for watching on video number 2. Check out my earlier video from earlier tonight where I paid tribute to the late, great, leaping Lanny Poffo, who passed away today at the age of 68. So I did my tribute video to him. And it's on the Metal God channel. Link down below in the gobbledygook. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, I want to get this done really quick because I gotta go to bed early because I have a doctor appointment in the morning. Not really a doctor appointment, but I have an appointment in the morning and I gotta do all this stuff because it's Friday. But it is what it is. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, on this late Thursday night, it is time for your late and out of date AEW Dynamite review for December the 2nd, December the 1st, 2023, and we're emanating from the Nutter Center, Nutter, in Dayton, Ohio. Right around the hometown of that great man himself, Jon Moxley. And we'll talk about Moxley in a little bit. Alright, so last night's show, it was okay, not bad for what it was. It kind of felt like very discombobulated at times because there was like no commercials for like half the show, and then finally we get a commercial. Like NXT was limited commercials. That's what we need more of. Limited commercials on wrestling programs. Just get to the action and shut up! No more commercials. I don't want to hear about the latest Pepsi flavor. Like, action. No commercials. None. You don't have to pay the bills. Well, some companies have to pay the bills, but it is what it is. But let's not go 5 minutes with a commercial and don't have a wrestling match going on. I know we have picture-in-picture, but like, let's get back to the action real quick. Come on. We might miss a pin or something like that. Like, there has been times where we missed a pin in picture-in-picture. But it is what it is. All right, so as always, our commentary team from last night is the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the very evil and very dangerous, very legendary man himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone, and the man from Red Hook Brother. He's a Met fan too, and that man is Taz. And also backstage we had Renee Paquette, Lexi Nair, and hey, guess who came out? Alex Marvez from the closet. But it is what it is. But in any event, like I said, it was a pretty decent show, and that's it. Alright, we're about a month away from Revolution, the first AEW pay-per-view of the year, and we only have, kind of have one match, and that's, well, if Bryan Danielson wins his gauntlet that he's doing, because he's facing Timothy Thatcher last night, and he has one more match to go. If he wins that, then he gets to go against MJF in that 1 hour Iron Man match for the AEW World Title. So we got that. So it's technically our first kind of official match. Not official yet, but you know, we got a month to go and he got nothing. Tony, come on. And then after Revolution, we gotta get ready for Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor 17, whatever number it's up to. So basically, like right after that, from March the 8th, I think it's the 8th, that first Wednesday in March, or first or second Wednesday in March, they're gonna have like a 3-week build to Supercard of Honor, and then I don't even know when I don't know if it's Double or Nothing 5 is going to be after that, or if Forbidden Door is going to be in between that. I don't know how Tony does it, but he likes to put everything in at the last goddamn minute. I'm like, oh, there's no hype here. There's no build. Come on. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, we're about a month away from Revolution, and we'll see what happens with that. So there's some pretty damn good matches on this show. We had Moxley, Hangman, Adam Page, you know, wearing the shirt, of course. The Hangman doing some cowboy shit. That match, their third match, that's going to start the show. I'll get to that in a second. We also have Jade Cargill, that bitch show, defending her title and her streak against Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen. See if Jade can go 50-0, and I think we all know she will. And then in the main event, no holds barred for the TNT title. They're saying their third match. I think it's the second match, but in any case, we had Darby Allin, the TNT champion, taking on the Ring of Honor TV champion, the former TNT champion, Samoa Joe. You know how that's going to be a banger of a match. But we got other stuff in between. Let me move on. All right, so we start off with the Pyro. We are ready to go. And we start off with a banger of a match. And that's Hangman Adam Page taking on the man from, well, his home state of Ohio. And that man is Jon Moxley in match number 3 of their trilogy. Excuse me. And this was a brutal slobber knocker of a banger of a match. This was a slobber knocker of a match. And already 8 minutes into the match, Moxley's busted wide open, and they actually, cameras caught Moxley bleeding. Uh-oh. That didn't look good if you're a wrestling fan. Like, oh, he's bleeding. It's fake. Look, that's fake. If they're showing him bleeding, that's fake, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so it starts off with Moxley coming through the crowd, as always, with his good buddy and the favorite man to roast next to Darby. That's Wheeler Yuta. Because, as we all know, Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that comes out with his best friend and just gets no reaction. Anyway, and then he comes out, Moxley's father comes out with him. That's something you don't see every day. Were you John Cena? You have your father in the crowd? And then later on, we saw Jade Cargill and have her daughter in the crowd after, her match. It was family night. But anyway, Moxley starts out in the crowd. They're beating the living bejesus out of each other in the crowd. They take it into the crowd. And we don't even hear the goddamn bell ring yet. And freaking Paul Turner's like, get in the ring already! Shut up, Turner! So Adam Page gets in a whip into the barricade. Ow. They keep brawling to ringside. Moxley then wraps a chair around Adam Page's leg, because he locked in a figure four right around the crowd area. In the crowd, I should say. Page throws the chair at Moxley, like, fucking chair, get out of here. And then he starts to take over. They finally get in the ring. They go at it. Moxley his eyes busted wide open, I guess from the chair shot that we saw, he's bleeding. They shouldn't have even went to that shot. But anyway, Moxley is fine enough to grab an armbar. The Hangman is right back up with a German suplex. Then they go on the apron. They beat each other up again. Page tosses Moxley into the ring post. Ow. As we go to break. We come back. The Hangman hits a super Death Valley driver for a near fall. That was pretty nice. Moxley then knocks Page into the corner. Starts the stomps on his head. Goes for the Death Rider. It's blocked. So Moxley switches into a cross arm breaker, which gets broken up by Adam Page, who sends Mox outside, goes to the moonsault, but missed, and nothing in the pool for you, sir. Moxley then blasted with a clothesline, but can't put Page through the ringside table. Page can, as he puts Moxley through the table, and then brings it back in, gets a near fall out of that. He goes for a jumping kick to face, but gets caught with a King Kong Lariato. Like that one he got knocked out with and got a concussion with about a month or so ago. Anyway, Page goes for a jumping kick to face again. He missed again, but gets caught with the King Kong Lariat, like I said. Then they go at it with forms of doom. And until Adam Page hits a small package driver for a near fall. Then he picks Moxley up, hits the tombstone power driver, almost an homage to the great goat of all goats, The Undertaker. So he hits that, then he goes to the outside, hits the buckshot lariat. Looked like Moxley was done for, but somehow he kicked out that too. So the Hangman transitions right into the Bulldog choke. Moxley fights out of it, and then kind of cradles Page into like his weird cradle pin. 1, 2, 3. Jon Moxley gets the kind of cheap win in over 16 and a half minutes. But match itself was a banger of a match. 3.5 out of 5 stars for the match. And then we get that. So it was a great banger of a match for the third match. And looks like they're going to do a fourth match, as after the match, the Blackpool Cuck Club come out. Cesaro and that idiot Wheeler Utah, who's the type of guy that comes out after a match to just do nothing. So they had to come in to separate because Moxley and Page kind of felt like it was a cheap win. And Moxley starts flipping Page off. Page's like, well, fuck you! And you can clearly hear him on over the mic say, clearly with the F-bomb, like, fuck you, Mox! Then they have to be separated again by Wheeler Utah and maybe a couple of referees come out, which really didn't help. And then Adam Page just leaves in a big, humongous huff. And then Mox is like, oh, fuck this guy. And that's pretty much it. So, looks like we're going to get a fourth match at Revolution. I don't even know what they can do now. People are saying barbed wire explosives. I'm like, you fucked up. Nah, it ain't going to happen. If Tony Khan knows from the first time, I don't think we're ever going to see a barbed wire explosive match. Unless he gets the guys, unless he calls Onita, and the guys that actually can properly do the fireworks for said barbed wire death match, then yeah, I'll say, yeah, let's do it again. But this time have an explosion, not a fucking sparkly thing. Then the explosion, which didn't really matter. But I don't think they're going to go that route. I think what they're going to do is probably a bunkhouse brawl. What I think is going to be, Hangman Adam Page's specialty, a Texas death match. That's what it's going to be at Revolution. But we'll have to see in the next couple weeks. And that's it. All right, so 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. And that's it. All right, now we get a video on Samoa Joe and Darby Allin, how we got here and how we got to the match coming up in the main event. So that's coming up later on in the show. All right, then we go to the back with, I think it was Renee Paquette. She has the AEW Women's Champion, the lovely Jamie Hayter, with her. And also she has the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny, Allie. And then we find out that Allie has challenged Jamie Hayter for her women's title. I don't know when that match is going to be. I think it might be on Rampage this week. Anyway, so as Jamie's talking, Renee's like, hold on, shut up! Got to cut to the back where we see Saraya Knight, or Paige, and Toni Storm beating the fuck out of Dr. Britt Baker. DMD, baby. 2-on-1 beatdown. Whipped her ass. And Rebel's just there, Rebel was there, we're like, what's she gonna do? Just look good. That's it. What are you gonna do? Anyway, we move on. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. So that whole AEW, WWE storyline continues on. Let me get that. All right, then we go to match number 2, which really didn't last that long, 50 goddamn seconds. So we have the Acclaim, the tag team champions with Daddy Ass, Scissor Me, Mommy Ass. So we have them. They come out, do a quirky little rap about scissoring and weirdness, of course. So the Acclaim have a non-title match against these two jobbers called the Outrunners, some OVW talent. They call it the Outrunners. The names are Turbo... I'm going to have a problem with this. Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. Nice names. It could be worse. Could be... What was that jobber last week that was facing... I forgot who it was. I think it was on Rampage. I think it was Hobbs was fighting this guy, and they had a weird jobber name. But Turbo Floyd sounds like a spin-off 80s cover band of Pink Floyd, like a tribute, not even a tribute band, like a cover band of Pink Floyd called Turbo Floyd. It's like a you have maybe it's a crossover cover band of they do Pink Floyd classics, then they do the entire Turbo album from Judas Priest, which sucks, by the way. I'm not a big fan of the Turbo album by Judas Priest. Not a big fan. My favorite album of Judas Priest is always and will be British Steel, and then my favorite, Painkiller. Of course, can't forget that. Anyway, then we got Truth Magnum. It sounds like, I don't know. Sounds like Magnum TA's lost cousin or something like that. But anyway, 50-second bore fest. As these jobbers look like they're... what the fuck were their tights? Where do they get these tights from? Sure wasn't the Men's Warehouse, because when you go to the Men's Warehouse, which is, as always, our sponsor, when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you want to look good for your lady, then go to the Men's Warehouse, pick out a nice suit, nice tie, just pick out something nice, because you're going to like the way you look. I can guarantee that. Anyway, yeah, it looked like they were wearing toothpaste on their freaking tights. I'm like, ugh, what is this? Anyway, so the Acclaim, they want to, you know, they were like, hey, we're jobbers, we're friends here, let's scissor each other, not like that. But they came like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna beat your ass. They hit Sesame Timbers instead, and then Billy comes in. I'm like, okay, where's the disqualification here? And then we get the old-fashioned Acclaim scissor deal, and then they hit the arrival right into the mic drop. And 50 seconds later, goodbye. 50 seconds wasted. Jeez. But it gets to a point. But anyway, so I really didn't. I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. But afterwards, after the match, the Gun Club comes out. Well, Austin and Colton Gunn, the Ass Boys, they come out and say, "Hey, we want our title match already." So they claims like, "Oh, you know, like you don't deserve it. You're a bunch of douchebags," stuff like that. And, you know, they claim like, oh, we're the tag team champions, we're the best thing going in the tag team division, stuff like that. And they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The Bill's like, this again. And he's like, I'm sick and I'm tired of this bullshit. You go fucking fight. I don't give a shit. I'm out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out. So as he's leaving, Austin Gunn says, hey, where are you going? It's like, are you going to do what you always do and turn your back on us? Like you did when we were kids. And then Colton Gunn with the savage line of the night. He's like, why don't you do what you used to do and bury yourselves in the bottom of a pill bottle? Wow, they brought up Billy's, you know, pill popping days. Especially when it was in WWF, during the DX days. I don't know about the Impact days. You have to ask Road Dogg about that. But anyway, Billy gets pissed, gets right in the ring, gets right into his son's faces. It's like, oh, you want to put your big boy pants on? You want to think you're tough? You want to be men now? Then he says, you guys get the face of your claim for the tag team belts next week. And Max Caster and Anthony Bones are like, what? Can you say that in my good ear, please? They're not pleased. I'm like, you just gave them a tag team title match. You didn't consult with us here. I'm like, so we got a tag team title match next week. I forgot we even are next week, but so we got that. So I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna see the titles change, and Billy Gunn's gonna turn again on the Acclaim. I'm like Billy Gunn turns, like, does face heel turns more than the big, almost as much as the Big Show. It's crazy. Like, just pick a side, goddammit. Just stay there. Don't just like, you're friends with the Acclaim for about a month or two, and then 2 months later you're back with the Ass Boys, and then a month later you're back with the Acclaim. That makes no freaking sense after a while. But yeah, I can see the tag team titles change next week. But we'll have to see what happens with that. All right, let me move on with that. So, like I said, I gave the match basically 2.25 out of 5 stars. So it was basically a 50-second joke of a match. Filler match. And then the aftermath segment, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on from there. Excuse me. All right, then we go to the back with Alex Marvez, who came out of the closet somewhere. And he has, as his guest, Jungle Man Jack Perry, who appreciates his time teaming with Son for the Man. Hook, get in here. So he appreciates his time teaming with Hook, but he's like, I don't want to team with Hook so much anymore. 2022 is going to be my year where I win a singles title. Which one? I don't know. I can see him as an All-Atlantic champion. I can't see him as a TNT champion or even a world champion. But All-Atlantic, I think, will be a good start for him. He already won the tag team titles with Luchasaurus. So what's next? Go up to the next tier, the All-Atlantic Championship. But we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, match number 3, we had The Machine, Brian Cage, with my good friend Quince Nana at ringside of the Embassy he takes on another good friend of ours, Konosuke Takeshita. So we get that. So this was a 10-minute match. Not bad for what it was. Starts out with Cage gets clothesline to the outside to start by the crazy Japanese guy. So Takeshita hits a big slingshot dive to the outside to take out the big man. Then they go inside the ring, they slug it out a little bit. Then a blue thunder bomb plants Cage for a near fall, because you know that never wins except for that one time Sami Zayn used it and he actually won. So Cage kicks Takeshita outside. Then he hits an apron superplex. Let's Cage stop to pose like, look at my roids. Hi, Melissa Santos, look at my roids. How do you get with a woman like that, you son of a bitch? That should have been me. But I digress. Anyway, we go back. Takeshita hits a Hurricanrana into a middle rope kick to face. Then a German suplex gives Takeshita a near fall. Goes for the running knee, it's blocked. Cage then picks him up, goes for the F5, it gets countered into a sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Cage gets right back up, hits him with the discus lariat for another near fall. Then he hits the F5, looks like he was about to win the match, but Takeshita kicks out. And Takeshita kicks out, then he hits Cage in the face, and then he finishes off Cage with the running knee. 1, 2, 3. Hey, we got a win from Takeshita! Yay! Yeah, much against Brian Cage. Well, at least he got the win. That's the good thing. He finally got his, I believe, his first win on AEW Dynamite. That's good. So a 10-minute match, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Nothing to see there. But there's more from Takeshita in a little bit. And we move on. Alright. After that, we go to the back again. We have Renee, this time with the Jericho Appreciation Society. The entire group minus Jake Hager. Where the hell is Jake Hager? Oh, probably outside smoking some weed. Weed? The people with his stupid Grimace hat. So anyway, we had Jericho, we had Daniel Garcia, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. And we had 2.0 of Angelo Pucker and my good friend Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. And do you want to know what makes Daddy Gilmore's dick hard? You know. Dark Oscar, that's what makes it hard. Oh, and those Japanese chicks. But anyway, we move on. Alright, so Renee, they don't like the idea of being accused of cheating last week, because you know how they used Floyd the Bat to hit Ricky Starks to get the win. So it's like, oh, we never cheated. We don't have this. No bat. What bat? No bat. Stuff like that. But they have an idea. So Sammy and Daniel come up with the idea of a Garcia Guevara gauntlet, which Ricky Starks has to run through each member of the Jericho Appreciation Society until he gets to another match with Jericho. Guess that's going to be at Revolution. And that's pretty much it. So next week, the gauntlet begins. So Ricky Starks will probably be facing member of 2.0, Maynard or Parker. And then probably like the last 2 matches will be against Garcia and then Guevara, probably the last one. It was one of those two. Like the week before, like the week of Revolution, he'll face Garcia probably on Dynamite, and then on Rampage he'll face Guevara, and then he'll face Jericho, maybe with a stipulation. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. So that was a pretty good segment, and the Sammy Guevara Garcia Gauntlet begins on this Wednesday night on Dynamite, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I give that 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, we go to the a basketball gym somewhere, maybe in the arena. I don't know where. But anyway, we got our good friends, the Trios champions, the Elite, the Elite, baby. So we have the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and our good friend, Kenny by God Omega with the Hand of God, Don Callis, and Michael Nakazawa, and that idiot Brandon Cutler, filming, of course. So Kenny tells Top Flight and AR Fox to show up on Rampage for the Trios Championship, which was made official, and shoot their shot, so to speak. So then we have Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and Ethan Page. They come in with Stokely Hathaway, so the remnants of the firm. They come in, and they challenge them for Rampage. Oh, I'm sorry. So the Trios Championship is against Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and Ethan Page, not Top Flight and AR Fox just yet. That'll probably happen at Revolution, but we'll see. All right, so Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and Ethan Page come in and challenge them to a Trios title match on Rampage, which gets accepted. Don Callis kind of worries about the team selling NFTs, but then the match is on. I didn't get that part, but there was a weird part where Isaiah Cassidy starts like whispering in Kenny's ear. Kenny's like, "No." I don't know what I really want to know what he said. And it was orgasmic. Little Easter joke there, but Kenny was kind of freaked out by that. So I don't want to know what he said. I don't want to know. I do, but I don't at the same time. And that's it. All right, let's move on with that. So I gave the segment, 3.25 out of 5 stars. So this Friday on Rampage, or tomorrow night on Rampage, I should say, we got Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and Ethan Page taking on the Elite. Should be a pretty good match, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, after that, we go back to the ring. We have our the fourth match in the Bryan Danielson Gauntlet, as we have Bryan Danielson, yes, as he takes on the man from Pro Wrestling. Now he's wrestling in Pro Wrestling Noah, former tag team champion himself, Timothy Thatcher, in his AEW debut. This is a pretty good technical match. It's also with a feeling out process, not like that. Thatcher takes Danielson down. Danielson has his injured shoulder all taped up with that crazy tape. Thatcher can't really get anywhere with that. Danielson gets put on the ropes. Danielson then takes him down by the leg. Then a grab of the bad arm gets Thatcher out of trouble. He takes Danielson down by said arm. Then he locks in the Kimura lock, which sends Danielson to the rope for a rope break as we go to a commercial break. We come back. Danielson headbutts his way out of trouble. Then he gets put on the top rope. He headbutts away from that as well. Flies off the kicks of doom. But his O'Connor roll gets blocked. Thatcher then goes for his patented Fujiwara armbar, but gets kicked in the head for a near fall. Danielson then grabs a choke, which is then driven into the corner for a break. But the referee gets bumped. It was the African-American referee. So we got a good old-fashioned rep bump. And then the champ comes out. MJF comes out. But right behind him is Takeshita, who cuts him off. And they fight. They're all the way to the back. And then they fight even more during the end of the match. In the back in the hallway somewhere. So we get back to the actual action. So that distraction left Thatcher to lock in the Fujiwara armbar on Danielson again. Danielson again gets to the ropes, and then Thatcher goes for a clothesline, and Danielson ducked and comes out of the corner with the running knee plus or the Buzaiku kick. 1, 2, 3. Bryan Danielson gets the win in match number 4, and he has one more match to go to possibly get a title match with the man himself, MJF, at Revolution in that 1-hour Iron Man match. But this particular match wasn't that bad, and I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, after that, we go right to the back where we have MJF and Takeshita fighting. In the back, they have to get separated by Pat Buck and a whole bunch of referees and other people. And then we see Renee Paquette just pop into the scene. Like, where the hell did she come from? And why are you there? You don't want to get into that fight. Moxley won't be a happy camper with that one. But Renee pops in and says that Tony Khan made the match. Next week on Dynamite, MJF will face Kensuke Takeshita in a AEW World Title Eliminator match. That should be pretty damn good. Can't wait for that, but we all know MJF's going to win that. I'd love for Takeshita to win and get the title shot, but we have to see what happens with that. So we move on with all that. All right, we're going to go quickly because we have to finish up in a little bit because the missus wants to eat. Anyway, all right, so after that, I didn't really rate that segment in the back with Takeshita and MJF. Just saying. It was just an add-on. So altogether with the match itself, 3.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the back, I believe, with Alex Marvez. And we have, that guy's cousin, Swerve Strickland, and his little buddies in Mogo Affiliates. So Swerve says he's ready to hurt Dustin Rhodes because the generation is changing. He didn't really mention Cody by name. But, that feud that started on Rampage is continuing on. So I thought that we were going to get an actual match on this tomorrow night's Rampage, but instead, so says, well, I'm going to keep Dustin on the sideline right now, but on Rampage, I'm going to go after another second-generation superstar, and that man is Brian Pillman Jr. So we got that match tomorrow night on Rampage. We all know Swerve's going to win. Sorry, Brian, but, But they're really pushing Swerve and his group, Mogo Affiliates, a lot. I mean, he's on Dynamite a lot, in a segment here and there, and he's on Rampage. And Jericho himself said that he brings ratings. I beg to differ with that, but no offense to Swerve and everything, and to his cousin. We all know who that cousin is, Prince Idol, but, more power to him and more power to Prince Idol, whatever he's doing. Don't really care. He went back to the dark side and, wants to have fun with that jerk, then go, so be it. Just don't come crawling back to me. Because if you do, you're going to have to pass a test. And it's going to be a very hard test. Not like that hard, but you know what I mean. I don't take beggars in my circle. It is what it is. That goes to Lauren too, but I digress. But glad that Lauren's she's cancer free right now, which is pretty damn good. So that's all that matters. I hope she's doing well, and I hope she stays cancer free and has a good life. That's all I gotta say about that. I have nothing bad to say about her, but just ended off on the wrong foot. Me, her, and Prince. But and that's all I gotta say about it. But may they have like that old saying, good luck in your future endeavors to Prince and Lauren. That's all I gotta say about that. I have nothing else bad to say about that. Let's move on with that. All right. Then we find out from in the back where we have another segment with MJF coming in to La Facción de Ignobles. That's Preston Vance, or whatever his name is, whatever his weird name is, Preston Vance. We had Jose Jalapeno on a stick, Jose the assistant. So they're there, I think, with Tony Baloney. And then MJF comes in. I'm like, damn, you changed your shirt that quick? But it was, I think, a pre-recorded segment. And he comes in with a briefcase of a lot of money. I think it was like $5,000. So he puts another bounty on for Bryan Danielson, and he tells Roosh to break his shoulder and like take his shoulder out of his socket and just start beat his ass with it. So next week in the final match of the 5-match gauntlet, got a pretty good banger of a match. Bryan Danielson takes on Roosh, and if Roosh wins, he gets the other half of the bounty. And Bryan Danielson will not be facing MJF at Revolution. But we'll have to see what happens with that. I think Bryan's going to win this gauntlet, obviously. And then for the next couple weeks, we're going to see some epic fucking promos between Danielson and MJF. And I think the match at Revolution will be a 60-minute classic. But we'll see. And that's it. All right, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the dreaded 9:25, 9:30 death slot for the women. And we have for the TBS title, that bitch show, Jade Cargill came out with her lovely baddie herself, Layla Gray. She takes on, once again, Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen. And we'll see if Jade can go to 50-0. So anyway, starts out with a little bit of miscommunication, botching. Great. They'll get a little bit of a slug out. Jade wins that. Red Velvet wins that exchange. Jade gets sent to the outside for a kind of a meh-looking drop kick through the ropes. They go back in. Jade hits a wheelbarrow suplex for a near fall as we go to break. We come right back. Red Velvet kicks away at Jade until the pump kick, right in the mush, gets a near fall for Jade as we go to another break. 2 breaks in like 2 minutes. I'm like, come on. So we come back from that break. Red Velvet kicks away. I messed up my notes. I'm sorry. So after the break, we come right back. Red Velvet kicks away until the pump kick by Jade gets a near fall. And then the woman in blue, with the blue hair, Kiera Hogan, comes out to send Layla Gray into the ring steps, which causes a distraction as Red Velvet hits the final slice. And the referee was all distracted. I think it was Orby Edwards was trying to get Jade to go to the back. Not Jade, sorry. Kiera Hogan to go to the back. And while that was going on, Red Velvet had Jade pinned for like a 6 count. But Jade kicked out of that. And then Red Velvet tries for her new finisher. I don't even know what it's called. But Jade muscles her up and then picks her up and then transitions into Jaded. 1, 2, 3. Jade Cargill is 50-0. And basically, half of those, like 45 of those, have been against kind of like jobber talent. I'm not saying Red Velvet's jobber talent, but really, who has Jade really beat? Not many people besides Willow Nightingale, maybe Ruby Soho. I think Toni Storm. Like maybe 4 or 5 people she's actually beat that are actually good talent. Everybody else, basically dark and elevation talent. I'm sorry. You're making her look like a worthless champion and with a worthless belt. So she gets the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And she keeps going. I mean, who's next? We're gonna run through the Elevation and Dark roster again. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna do replay matches. I think they're just setting us up for when Mercedes Moné debuts at Revolution, possibly, or if they go far enough, maybe to Forbidden Door, if Mercedes wins the IWGP Women's Championship from Kairi in a couple weeks. Actually, we're 15 days. We're 2 weeks away from that match. I can't wait for that match. That's going to be a banger of a match. Will Mercedes win? Possibly. But I would love to see that. She wins the match, and then shows up on Dynamite just like 2 weeks before Revolution, where like Jay's like 51, 52, maybe 53-0. Who's gonna beat her? Who's next on the list? Really, nobody. Unless Chris Statlander comes back in a flash, which is probably not gonna happen. Or it's Mercedes Moné. That's the only face you got left. If she comes into AEW as a face. But I don't know. I'm thinking it has to be Mercedes at this point because I don't know who else they can get to beat her. So we'll have to see what happens with that. So like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for Jade's 50th win, which really didn't mean anything. I mean, she gets a nice little trophy. Like everybody who gets 50 wins gets a little trophy, little trinket. Look at that. After the match, Jade goes outside, picks up her daughter, who's crying crying and everything. I guess she was either happy she won or she's just crying. Mommy, I won. Then she picks her up, takes her out, and then they walk to the back. It was a nice little family moment. But yeah, Jade wins. You goddamn do. That's it. All right. Then we get to more women in the back where we have Renee Paquette with a update on Britt Baker, baby. She's talking to Britt's talking to the Doc Samson. He seems like everything's okay with Britt. And then Ruby Soho comes in. And Soho denies being involved in this whole thing, getting Britt attacked. But Britt's like, pick a side already! And he says, I'm good. Get out of here. So like I said, the AEW Women's Division against the former WWE Women's Division storyline continues. And where it's going to end up? Probably at Revolution. But we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we're going to end this off with the main event. We'll get the matches coming up this Friday on Rampage and next week on the show. I'm not going to go into that. You already know some of it. But anyway, we go to the main event. No holds barred for the TNT title. We had Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor champion, TV champion, taking on Darby Allin, the TNT champion, with my thumbtack jacket. I think I'm the thumbtack Jack. I'm 145 pounds soaking wet. Anyway, this match was barbaric. Like I said, Darby comes out with a thumbtack hooded jacket, goes right after freaking Samoa Joe, and then Joe uses a towel to like clothesline him down because he don't want to clothesline him. And then he stomp away. Joe grabs a table, but it takes too long. Darby dives into the table as Joe picks it up, and then Joe is busted wide open around his eye, so we get more blood. And then he didn't blade. I don't think he bladed that one. I don't know. But anyway, Joe sends Darby into the steps over the barricade, so they fight in the crowd for a while. Then we get a rock bottom onto the handrail in the crowd. Oh, that was sick. Darby looks like he's dead. We go to break. Darby comes back with fights off with a neck crank. But charges into a the ST Joe, the Uranagi, out of the corner. Joe breaks his way out of trouble, chops away at Joe, but gets tossed over the top for a very nasty crash. Oof. Then Joe grabs some chairs. Why not? Drops him back first onto those chairs. Ow. But Darby comes back, throws some powder in the eyes of Joe, then hits the code red for a near fall. Then he grabs his hoodie with thumbtacks, goes up top, hits a coughing drop with the tacks for a near fall. And with nothing else working, Darby grabs a box cutter and starts cutting the mat, the ring skirt off, and then part of the ring to expose the ring with the takes all the padding, and we got the exposed boards. So going a little bit GCW, CCW like. Yeah, some impact in there, so you did that with Bully Ray. Anyway. And it took a long time to do that, because he couldn't get the thing out. Joe uses that time and sends Darby through a table as Darby saw that Joe was on the other side of the ring. Goes for that suicide dive and just went whoop, right into the table. Obliterated the table. Then he wraps the tack hoodie around Darby's face. Ew. And Darby goes for the eyes. That's even sicker. It's a break the hold. Goes for the coughing drop. It gets blocked as Joe knocked into Bryce, the referee, as Darby got crotched on the top. And then Joe goes up top, hits a super muscle buster onto the exposed board. Ooh, fuck. Knocks Darby silly. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. We have a new TNT champion for the second time, and that man is Samoa Joe. So Joe reclaims his TNT title. He is once again the king of television. Again. And, yeah. I think it was the right choice, because really, it was nice that Darby was taking all these open challenges. I think the match last week with Buddy Matthews was pretty good. They should have gave it to Buddy Matthews. That's just my opinion, but They went back to Joe, and we'll see what happens with that. But the match itself was barbaric. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. We get that. And then after the match, we hear the music of Wardlow. So Wardlow returns after, getting his hair cut a couple weeks ago and maybe a little bit of an injury. So he goes right after Joe, who bails before getting hit with the powerbomb Symphony was about to hit. Wardlow then beats up like 4 security guards. Then he loads up for a powerbomb, which he hit on one of the security guards where we don't see it because the show went off the air. Oh well. So Wardlow's back and he wants his title back. He wants that rematch he had from, I think, Final Battle. And getting revenge for getting his ponytail cut. So I guess we're going to get that at Revolution. And maybe some type of match. Maybe, I don't know, hair versus hair match, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, Wardlow's back. And that's pretty much it. So that ends the show. But Joe, once again, is your TNT champion for a second time. And that's it. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars for the match. And that's it. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. My final rating for Dynamite last night, 7 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment down below. If you like, hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels as well. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet, like I said. And hit that bell so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, too goddamn bad for you. And that's pretty much it. So I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Check out my Lanny Poffo tribute. Link will be in the gobbledygook down below. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I will do my NXT review. And if I get some time, I will do my Vengeance Day predictions on TSL number 55. So we'll see what happens with that. And then probably Saturday afternoon, I will do my SmackDown Rampage review and get you ready for Vengeance Day Saturday night. And then probably late Saturday night or maybe probably sometime in the afternoon on Sunday night, maybe your Vengeance Day review right here on the channel. And that's pretty much it. All right, I got to go because I got to go to bed early because I got a doctor appointment in the morning. So I got to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cookout. And if you're not down with that, you can kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney. And also, I also got 3 more words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay warm here in the Northeast because it's going to be very cold tomorrow and tomorrow night into Saturday. And then Sunday's going to be like 45. So, a little bit of, Arctic winter, the bipolar winter of 2023 continues. Because that damn hedgehog gave us 6 more weeks of winter, so we have to deal with that until March. Fucking hedgehog. But anyway, I got to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace, bitches.